working on a brand new track. So excited right now. Cutting Jody on guitar parts. Check it out, it's a little piece. Check it out, man.
He was the voice behind some of the biggest anthems in Christian rock. For over 15 years, he led the Newsboys with charisma, conviction, and a message rooted in faith. But today, Michael Tait, the longtime frontman of the world-renowned Christian rock band Newsboys, has stepped down, and the silence surrounding his departure has been anything but peaceful. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we talk about the real stories shaping faith, culture, and music. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss the facts behind the headlines. Now let's dive into this unexpected turn of events that's left fans, fellow artists, and the Christian music world in shock. In a move that stunned fans across the globe, Michael Tait announced his resignation from the Newsboys, a band he has led since 2009. He cited a season of prayer, fasting, and seeking clarity as the motivation behind the decision. But many are wondering, is there more to this story? Because just 24 hours before Tait's announcement, a viral video surfaced on TikTok, making serious personal accusations against him.
So you want to know why I outed Michael Tait? I'll tell you why. Because I grew up in a Christian Zionist nationalist home that told me who I am as a gay man is a sin. And then I watched people like Michael Tait reinforce that message and endorse that message and preach that message as if it was the truth. And I believed it like it was the truth. So when I found out that was not the truth, I was filled with rage and grief. And then when I saw Michael Tait advocating for Donald Trump, who is actively doing my community and my trans siblings measurable harm, he lost every bit of privacy. He lost his right to privacy. So that's why I outed him. Little did I know that Michael Tait is not just he's a motherfucking Multiple people have come forward with sexual assault allegations. Investigative journalists have been working on this for years. I was the only one willing enough to go public with it. So, you want to know why I outed Michael Tait? That's why. It was also the worst kept secret in all of Christian music. Any insider could tell you, oh yeah, Michael's gay. He's a deceiver. He's a and he's a predator. So that's why I outed Michael Tait. This is a developing story. This is probably the last video I'm going to make about it for a while. But just know that the truth is coming out, and the truth will stand.
The sudden resignation of Michael Tait from the Newsboys has ignited intense speculation, particularly due to the circumstances surrounding his departure. At the heart of the controversy is a viral video released by LGBT activist Azariah Southworth, which has raised serious allegations about Tait's private life and public persona. The rapid sequence of events, from the video's release to Tait's resignation, the cancellation of an international tour, and the replacement of a lead singer, calls for careful scrutiny. Was this truly a decision rooted in spiritual reflection, or was it a response to an impending scandal? This analysis aims to examine the timeline of events, the key players involved, and the broader implications for Christian media, faith-based accountability, and public leadership. Before addressing the controversy, it is crucial to understand the historical significance of Newsboys and Michael Tait's role in shaping its legacy. Founded in Australia in 1985, Newsboys has evolved into one of the most recognized names in Christian music, amassing Grammy nominations, Dove Awards, and a global fan base. Michael Tait's arrival in 2009 marked a transformative period for the band. Having established himself as a lead singer with DC Talk, his integration into Newsboys led to a resurgence in success. Albums such as Born Again and God's Not Dead reinforced a message of bold faith, worship, and Christian identity. His distinctive style, melding rock with worship, ushered Newsboys into a new era, solidifying their status as a powerhouse in Christian music. Given this foundation, Tate's abrupt departure was bound to cause a stir, but the circumstances made it even more perplexing. Azariah Southworth, the individual responsible for the viral video, has long been a controversial figure within Christian media. Once a Christian television host, Southworth made headlines when he publicly came out, later becoming an outspoken activist. He is no stranger to high-profile revelations, as demonstrated by his previous exposé of Jonathan Merritt, a well-respected religion journalist. Merritt, whose father was once the Southern Baptist Convention president, saw his career trajectory altered after Southworth's accusations forced him into the spotlight. Southworth's claims against Michael Tate are both personal and political. In the video, he accuses Tate of hypocrisy, alleging that he has lived a double life while preaching moral values that condemn others for similar actions. Perhaps the most striking statement in Southworth's video is his assertion that Tate forfeited his right to privacy by publicly supporting Donald Trump. This remark has fueled broader debates around the intersection of faith, politics, and personal accountability. Southworth later doubled down on his statements, taking credit for Tate's resignation. He argued that his ultimate goal was Tate's liberation, but maintained that individuals who support hateful rhetoric lose the privilege of protection. One of the most glaring aspects of this situation is the timeline. Southworth's video quickly gained traction, amassing over 1 million views within hours. The following day, Tate announced his resignation via Instagram, a move that was accompanied by another puzzling decision, locking the comments section. The sudden nature of this resignation raises several questions. If Tate's decision was a product of months of prayer and fasting, why did the band have only 4 days to find a replacement before embarking on a major tour? Why was the resignation posted without a farewell message to fans, a press conference, or an opportunity for public engagement? Why did Tate immediately restrict commentary on his post, preventing dialogue from fans who had supported him for decades? These factors suggest a departure driven by urgency rather than contemplation. As the controversy deepened, Faith Live Canada, the organization behind Newsboys' 2025 Canadian tour, made a drastic decision. In their public statement, they cited a lack of clarity surrounding Tate's exit, stating that the uncertainty made it impossible to proceed with the event. Faith Live emphasized that their commitment extends beyond entertainment. Their role, they explained, is to foster a ministry environment rooted in integrity. With unresolved questions lingering, continuing the tour would have compromised their mission. This cancellation speaks volumes about the ripple effect of leadership crises in Christian spaces. It illustrates how uncertainty regarding an individual's personal life can impact not just their career, but an entire institution's credibility. Michael Tate's departure, coupled with his silence, poses a significant challenge to Christian leadership. At the heart of this issue is the question of transparency and accountability. While it is unjust to assume guilt without evidence, public figures, particularly those in faith-based leadership, are expected to uphold the values they preach. The absence of a response from Tate or Newsboys has exacerbated speculation. Historically, silence in such situations often leads to confusion, disillusionment, and a fractured community. For a band that has spent decades proclaiming truth and righteousness, avoiding open dialogue only raises further doubts. Christian leaders are not called to be perfect, but they are called to be authentic. When allegations emerge, the biblical response is not secrecy or evasion, it is transparency and accountability. The unfolding events surrounding Michael Tate and Newsboys highlight critical tensions within contemporary Christian culture. Tensions between privacy and accountability, faith and reputation management, and ministry and personal struggles. The truth will inevitably surface, whether in the coming weeks or further down the road. In the meantime, the Christian community faces an important test. Will believers prioritize discernment and compassion over speculation and judgment? Will leaders embrace honesty and uphold higher standards for those who represent Christian values in public spaces? Regardless of the final outcome, one thing remains clear: the church must be a place of healing, and healing begins with honesty.